Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Canelo Alvarez is not the face of boxing? Make it make sense. Let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. You know, Akai Garbage TV has come out and stated that Canelo Alvarez, back in February, he is no longer the face of boxing. He ruled Canelo Alvarez out as the face of boxing, says he cannot be due to his pay-per-view buys flopping against Callum Smith. Now, the interesting thing is this fight was shown primarily on DAZN with the option to buy pay-per-view. What moron would buy pay-per-view when every boxing fan that's been watching Canelo Alvarez had DAZN already? This guy's a moron, but he wanted to misrepresent the facts. I mean, think about it like this. Why even pay for pay-per-view when you could get DAZN for $20? It doesn't make sense. This guy's an idiot. But he wants to spread the myth. He wants to spread the lie that Canelo Alvarez is not the face of boxing. So he did not keep that same energy when Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant pay-per-view numbers shown that they're set to reach 800,000 buys. Just domestics. Just domestic, it's 800,000 buys. International, he's done over 1 million pay-per-view buys. Make that make sense. Over 1 million pay-per-view buys international, domestic 800,000. But he has no video for this. He's not even speaking about this. He's not talking about this. He's not promoting this. He has nothing to say when Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view numbers are released. This is not a fight that's primarily on DAZN. This is exclusive pay-per-view, and he has not one word to report it. Why is he so quiet about this? But about Callum Smith, that was largely and primarily on DAZN, he was talking about like crazy. Make it make sense. These guys don't want to keep that same energy. Canelo Alvarez carried this pay-per-view by himself. We're talking about a Caleb Plant who's not a big name, never been on pay-per-view, and he can't sell a wing dinner. Make no mistake, Canelo Alvarez carried this pay-per-view. Not only that, Canelo Alvarez was also competing against a great UFC card, while Canelo Alvarez also had one of the worst undercards of all time because of the need to pay Caleb Plant $10 million. So with all those factors working against him, Canelo Alvarez did deal 800,000 pay-per-view buys domestically and 1 million internationally. Make it make sense. Not only that, Akai TV was all over Canelo Alvarez, stating that, Canelo Alvarez, his gate didn't do as much as Wilder Fury trilogy. They outsold Canelo Alvarez. The gate for them was $14 million, while Canelo did a $9 million live gate. See, he likes to talk numbers when he feels he can try to show up Canelo Alvarez. But these are two stars in a highly anticipated international fight between Wilder and Fury. Both of these guys had a name and a brand to carry into the fight. Canelo Alvarez selling a fight by himself, but that's okay. When Canelo Alvarez live gate was announced for this fight at $18 million plus, this guy has nothing to say. He's quiet yet again. So you won't talk about the live gate with Canelo Alvarez. You won't talk about his pay-per-view numbers, but prior, you did. Why are you not keeping the same energy? Come on, this guy is not being honest and unbiased. He's not. He is not being honest and unbiased. He's not keeping the same energy. Not only that, Jake Donovan with BoxingScene.com estimates the net value of this fight with Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant at $100 million total, with all revenues earned. Now, here's the funny thing. Some people try to give Caleb Plant too much credit. Caleb Plant has never made $1 million in his career, but somehow he generated $100 million? No, it's Canelo Alvarez, stupid. At the end of the day, these guys don't want to give Canelo credit. Akai Garbage TV must got that towel wrapped too tight around his freaking head because he's a moron, idiot, and a dummy. Now, if Canelo Alvarez can generate a $100 million event with Caleb Plant, $18 million gate, in 800,000 domestic buys, imagine what he could do with David Benavidez or Jamal Charlo. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.